Hey guys, welcome back to another, I don't want to say like match review, but we're going to be talking about the Chelsea game primarily. Yesterday, since I didn't put a match review video out, the game finished like 11 p.m. my time and I was exhausted. And then just the Champions League in general, that it's been really exciting. We have another day, and this is probably going to come out around the same time that the games are going to be played tonight, but hopefully it will still be more or less relevant to you guys. Hopefully my glare doesn't bother you too much. I couldn't be asked to put the contacts in. It's been one of those days. So Kendall, thanks so much for joining me.
No, thank you as always for having me. Yeah, I'm really nervous about the game tonight. Really super nervous. Obviously when we played Liverpool last time, I'm saying we were Atleti for anyone who doesn't know. When we played Liverpool last time, I did not wear. This is my lucky Torres. Oh, you can't see because my hair. My lucky Torres shirt that I always, it's like my lucky one, and I didn't wear it when we played Liverpool last time, and obviously got annihilated. So like, I'm just hoping that today, because we really need to win today.
I'm just trying to pull up the table now, so well, I can't pull up the table. Where do you guys standings here?
Yeah, third.
So you guys currently are third in the group.
Yeah, Liverpool top, Porto second with 5. We've got 4, and AC Milan have got 1.
So how are you feeling about your chances of like going through to the next round? It's pretty tight.
Yeah, so we really needed a draw against Liverpool at least, to be honest, to be a little bit more comfortable. Obviously that didn't happen. But AC Milan have got a couple of players out, so Tomori's out, Rebic is out, Mike Maignan is out, a couple of others who would play, so they're out. We've got a full strength squad apart from João Felix, who has just picked up another injury against Osasuna at the weekend. So I'm happy with the lineup. It's pretty much everyone who I would have in. So Lamar's back, Llorente's back, Jimenez, Savic is back as well. So like, I'm really happy with that. Obviously Griezmann's back from his suspension, with his red card in the earlier Liverpool game. So I'm happy. I'm really happy with the squad. It couldn't be any better, really. And yeah, we'll see, because it really needs to be a win, to be honest. And I really need Liverpool to beat Porto as well, just to make it a little bit easier. But yeah, not confident.
My physical therapist actually today was telling me that he heard like some conspiracy theory, because he's also an Atletico Madrid fan, that like that maybe Liverpool will let Porto beat them just so that Atletico don't qualify. I don't think that's going to happen.
I hope not.
Just throwing it out there. It's going to be a really interesting game. And if Liverpool really need to beat Porto, and Atletico need to win. Obviously, it could still go to the final day, but that's a really close one. I want to talk about some of the games yesterday, mostly the Chelsea game, because I'm still buzzing from that win 4-0 against Juventus. Which I feel is just like, I'm so proud of the boys. I feel that is an insane result to just absolutely dominate a game like that. What were your thoughts from a neutral fan's perspective of watching the game?
So for like the first 15 minutes, I thought it was quite an even sort of game. You guys had like better chances, but they were still pressuring. And after that point, the link-up play from Chelsea was exceptional. Like, honestly, truly, in the lead up to any chance or any goal, the football that was being played was just so nice. I thought Pulisic played quite well before he came off. Obviously, sad news about Ben Chilwell, and Conte came off as well quite early on in the game. But yeah, the way you guys played yesterday was just amazing, and it put into perspective like everything that the team's become under Tuchel, like just the free-flowing, smooth point A to point B, the best way that you can football is being played, was just so good. So yeah, don't blame me for being like so happy with that performance yesterday because it was just really, really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing that shocks me the most is that Thomas Tuchel has not even been at Chelsea for a year. Like, I find that
It's
absolutely
crazy, isn't it?
ridiculous that this team was in ninth place at the time that Lampard got sacked. We had been on a losing run of games, and Tuchel comes in, wins the Champions League, secures top four, and then we're like currently sitting top of the Prem. Obviously, that can change, but we're looking really strong in the league and in the Champions League. I just thought it was such a dominant performance. I want to talk about Ben Chilwell. I saw some reports that it might be an ACL tear and he might be out for the rest of the season. That is, in my opinion, detrimental because he has been one of the best players as of recently. And the way that him and Reece James play as inverted wingbacks and really go into the middle and create an overload, I think is so special. And he has been having just a fantastic run of form for that to happen. Still don't know the exact news about it. We're hoping for the best, but fearing the worst. What does that mean for Chelsea and their title hopes, not having Ben Chilwell in the mix?
If it was any other team under any other manager, I would have doubts, not doubts, but concerns, I guess, because he has been on such incredible form in terms of you guys playing with like either a wing back system with Reece James becoming a little bit more forward thinking. He's been excellent, and Ben Chilwell's come start of the season off incredibly well, probably on the best form of his life right now. So have an injury like that, if it is that, is just horrible. But as I say, if it was any other team under any other manager, I would have my concerns because it's you guys under Tuchel, and he has drilled you guys so well to the point that I think anyone can come in and kind of take up a role in that squad. I don't know who will play there. Probably Alonso. Maybe Aspi if he can play left and right, can't he? So maybe if need be. But yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say it makes me doubtful of you guys winning the title because I don't think it does. It just makes it a little bit harder for you now as a team to figure out how you're going to play going forward, but I don't think much will change. It's just sad that a player who is on such fine form is now not going to be there. But yeah, I really hope it's the best news possible for him. Let's say, like, I just read Twitter earlier before we came on here, and it said like January, possibly like a January comeback, if you will. So hopefully that is the best case scenario, and it's not, till the end of the season.
Yeah, it's really happened at the worst possible time because the Christmas fixtures are so congested. This is when you have so many games. And I do think at the start of this season, Marcus Alonso did step into the role when Ben Chua was not ready. He was like mentally fatigued, and then he didn't get to play in the Euros, and it was just like a lot. So Thomas Tuchel, I think, managed his men really well and knew the time how much time Chilwell needed and brought him in at the right time.
Yeah.
But the thing with Marcus Alonso that worries me is like sometimes he can be absolutely brilliant, but then other times he can be a bit of a liability that I don't think he really necessarily gets back so much. He gets forward a lot and he can be really good attacking wise, but Ben Chilwell has been brilliant attacking wise. So I'm a little bit worried about it. Obviously, we saw Aspie filling in that spot yesterday. He's played at left back, right wing back, center back. Like he's literally played all over the pitch, so he can definitely fill in if needed. But there's just nobody like Ben Chilwell, especially ahead of this Manchester United game. Conte as well, not 100% sure what's going on with him. So it's like two massive injury blows ahead of playing United, who just sacked their manager and might be on a boost at this point to play us. I don't know. Do you think that Chelsea are going to beat United? I'm kind of just pivoting hard, but I'm curious.
Yeah, I think that you will. Regardless of the result yesterday, because I think that was a very flattering result to them against Villarreal, because I thought it was the most equal-sided game that I've watched in such a long time, till like 70 minutes or whenever it was. So yeah, I think that was like that flattered to deceive them yesterday. And I think he'll be fine. Again, as I say, it's just like a thing of figuring it out, who's going to come in for who. But yeah, I think he'll be fine. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little bit more of a couple of players that we haven't seen. Like obviously we've seen Ruben Loftus-Cheek come on yesterday, for Conte. So Tuchel will figure out. He's such a good coach, as we've seen. He's just an exceptional coach and a tactician. So I think whatever happens, it'll be fine.
No, I hope you're right. I'm sad.
I genuinely can't see anyone beating you guys at the moment. Like I can't. No one has come necessarily and like pressured you to the point where I'm like, oh, that's a weak link. I just no one yet. And I know there's a couple of results like Burnley, for example, who you weren't really happy about, but at the same time, Burnley are a team that just anyone finds hard to play against because of the way that they play football. So like it wasn't like necessarily you run an off day or whatever. It's just that type of team. So yeah, I just cannot see anyone beating you guys at the minute or comfortably at that either. So I think you'll be fine.
I hope so, Ken. I really hope so. I'm going to move back to the Champions League, and I really haven't had a structure for this, so we're just going to kind of chat and talk. And usually I'd like to have like some things written down, but since we didn't get to do our review usually of the Premier League, I'm kind of flip-flopping between what's happening in the Champions League and then what's coming up in the Premier League as well. I'm so annoyed that you can't see my face. There you go. I have to be like squinting to the camera. I want to talk about the games that we saw yesterday. So obviously the big one, Barcelona and Benfica. Benfica missed an opportunity in the 90th minute to win the game. It was a one-on-one, and the player just scraps the chance. Barcelona are obviously Bayern are through 15 points. They're topping the group. There's no question about that.
That
Barcelona
goal from Lewandowski as well. Oh,
sorry. What did you say?
I said that goal from Lewandowski was.
Oh yeah.
Overhead
that was
kick.
ridiculous. Absolutely. And like, was this the one? I don't know. Oh no, I think they were showing like a replay. No, it was in Dynamo Kiev. Like all the snow that they were like shoveling off the snow, and I was like, oh my god, how are these players playing in this situation right now? But Bayern 15 points. Barcelona have 7. Benfica 5. But Barcelona play Bayern away in their last game of the season. So basically, if Benfica win, which they should win, and Barcelona draw, they would be on the same points. I want to ask you a question, clarification. If they're on the same goal difference and the same points, I think it goes to head.
Yeah, it goes head to head. Yeah.
So how do they determine that head to head based off of who, if you beats that team or not?
I don't know how it actually, like what they actually physically go off. I don't know if it's like results or goals scored or what. I don't know. I've never thought about that before.
I know. I was thinking, like, imagine they beat you and you beat them, then like the head to head would be equal. So
yeah, it would be equal. Yeah. So they must go off goals scored, surely.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Must do.
If anybody knows in the comments, let us know, inform us, because it's obviously not something that happens so often.
Yeah, it's just so unusual to have like the same goal difference and the same points. So that's exactly. I've never really thought about it before, to be honest.
Yeah, right now they have the same goal difference as well. I guess if Benfica win, then they would be ahead on goal difference.
Yes, yeah.
So they would be the ones going through. But it's quite likely that Bayern beat Barcelona as well. So what are the chances that Barcelona do not advance to the next stage of the Champions League?
Probably quite high. Unless Bayern come out and decide that they're through already. so they don't really need to put out a full strength squad, and then maybe Barcelona have a chance. But I don't know what's going to happen there. Barcelona haven't got the best history against Bayern, I guess, in recent years either. So yeah, that's kind of the last game they would realistically want to be playing if they're not in a position to be through. But they're going to use the excuse that, you know, they're focusing on the league because they're not doing that well in the league at the moment either. So they'll probably use that excuse. And realistically, for where they are right now, they again are in a rebuilding phase, like a lot of the big clubs around Europe. So it's probably not a bad thing that they, you know, go into Europe or whatever. But yeah, there's a chance that they don't.
I'm low-key hoping that Chelsea draw Barcelona. I mean, I think it's a team that Chelsea could beat, and it has the added advantage of being in Spain. So I could travel to Barcelona quite easily and go see the game, which is what I'm very interested in doing. So we briefly talked about the Man United Villarreal game. United scrapped out a win somehow. I feel that they have been quite lucky in the Champions League this season.
Yeah.
Like in the opposite fixture when they played Villarreal, I felt that they were lucky. They got like a last minute Ronaldo winner, and it was like ridiculous as well. So I just feel like the results have been, I don't know, more on individual brilliance. Like I really, like you said, I really didn't think that they played well during the game. And I was watching it and I was thinking this could surely go either way. I thought it was going to end 0-0. And then obviously it was a great goal by Ronaldo. If you want anybody getting on the end of like a chip like that, it's going to be Ronaldo. And then Jadon Sancho got a 90th minute goal. But I don't know. I'm surprised that they're top of, well, I'm not surprised that they're top of the group, but given their recent form in the Premier League, I'm a little bit surprised.
Yeah, I am surprised, especially yesterday. Like, honestly, the first half, David De Gea had such a good game. And if he wasn't on the form that he was on yesterday, like, Villarreal would have just literally ran away with that game yesterday because they had so many chances in the first half. I was even getting annoyed because I was like, why are you not scoring? Like, why are you not scoring? What are you actually doing? Honestly, it was literally insane when I was watching it yesterday. But yeah, they probably got the best group that they could really hope for, considering a lot of the other groups. For example, like ours is a really tough group, like group of death. So yeah, considering what they could have had, I think they've probably come off a little bit lightly with the group that they're in. So yeah, Mr. Ronaldo, Mr. Clutch. And I'm really happy for Jadon Sancho as well, to be fair, because it can't have been easy the last few months for him. It's not easy for any player, especially when you're getting ridiculed in the country that you've just left for, you know, 007. So yeah, I'm really glad for him, and not hopefully because I don't want Man United to do well, but just for him, like I just hope it's like a little bit of a positive thing for him going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's so talented, and he's somebody that Chelsea were kind of like scouting, and all of the Chelsea fans, basically most of them wanted him at some point. So I feel like he's going to pick up form, but it's also not easy when your team isn't performing well.
Yeah, 100%.
Well either. Yeah, so where the games are about to start in about 45 minutes, I want to get your thoughts quickly, I think, on who's going through. I think Group A is pretty much a given of City and PSG, but Group B, which is the one that you're really paying attention to, Liverpool, Porto, Atletico, Milan. Who do you think is going to end up going through if you had to make a prediction now?
Well, I would have said Liverpool, Atleti, but just the way things have gone, I'm just not confident anymore at all. I'm really hoping Liverpool beat Porto. I can't really see them not beating them. Realistically, if they're, you know, a full strength squad is out, and AC Milan are really doing badly in the league. They're not doing great in Champions League at this moment in time either. So I'm really expecting a result tonight, especially with the team that is back, as I say. So yeah, Liverpool and Atleti, I hope. I just really didn't want it to be this difficult at this point. But yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world if we drop down to Europe or whatever. It's not the worst thing. We have got a good history in that tournament. So yeah, but hopefully Liverpool, Atleti, because I love round of 16s in UCL. I love it.
I know, me too, me too. I always get so nervous. Like I remember last year for the round of 16 against Atletico, I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. What am I
Yeah,
going to do? Like if we get to the final, and then the day of the final, I was like sick to my stomach. I literally felt
can't imagine it.
so
I
ill.
can't imagine.
My husband was like, I really hope that Chelsea win because I don't know what I'm going to do if they lose. Because I was all the day so like mopey and nervous, and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I love it, but I hate it.
Yeah,
I love it when we're
100%.
winning. Looking at Group C, currently Ajax are beating Besiktas 2-1, so they're definitely through. But Dortmund and Sporting are both on 6 points. Who do you see being the team that goes through? I'm a little bit surprised about this one.
Yeah, I didn't think Ajax would run away with the group that in the way that they have. I suppose. I just did not expect that. But yeah, you would probably put your money on Dortmund. But again, Sporting are just a. I don't think a lot of people watch like the Portuguese league that deeply,
Yeah.
and so it's quite hard to tell like what kind of team they are in that respect. So to be honest, I wouldn't even like to guess because I would only guess Dortmund simply because I'm more familiar with
Yeah.
Dortmund and how they play. But again, I don't really know. And obviously, if they're on the same points as Dortmund now, they're obviously a decent side. So yeah, I wouldn't like to guess through that one, to be honest.
I totally feel you. I love the honesty because that's exactly how I feel as well. Like
Yeah.
I've just obviously seen Dortmund play a lot more than I've seen. I haven't seen Sporting play. I won't pretend like I have. Group D, Inter Milan are currently beating. I cannot pronounce the name. I think we played them last season. Shakhtar. Um,
Oh, Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yes.
So
Oh
it
my
is.
God, that was beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Shakhtar Donetsk. They're currently beating them 2-0. They're currently sitting on 10 points, Real Madrid on 9, but they have a game in hand against Sheriff on 6. I think it's probably going to be Real topping the group and
Yeah.
Inter going through. But what about you?
Yeah, I think so as well. Sheriff did give Real a little bit of a hard time actually when they played them last time, but yeah, just now Real Madrid are on really good form in the league as well, so I think they'll be fine. It'll be Real Madrid top and probably Inter second.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. God, it's crazy. Like I love the Champions League so much. I'm just thinking like about what teams we could possibly face, and if we come like top the group or come in
Is the
second.
round of 16 a draw? It is, isn't it? It's not like where group the top of Group A plays second in Group B.
No. It's a draw.
It's a
Yeah.
draw.
So basically, like, well, you probably know, but for anybody that doesn't know, all of the first teams go into a pot against all of the
Yeah.
teams that finish second. And then there's a few teams I think in third may have the opportunity to go through, but not.
Yeah. It's like playoffs.
Yeah, it's a playoffs.
I get so because the Euros have been in the summer, I'm like mixed up with like
Yeah,
do
with
you know
like
like
all
various things because obviously like the Euros, like the top of Group A played whoever in Group B, like things like that. So now I'm like thinking I can't remember if the Champions League's the same or whatever.
yeah,
Like I'm just so
I know.
confused like now.
I know, and now the away goals aren't a thing either. So
Yeah,
it's just
exactly.
like differentiating the rules. So basically, guys, for my Chelsea fans here, if Chelsea top the group, as things stand, we can't draw a team in the Premier League. So
Yeah.
we could be playing PSG, Porto, potentially Atletico Madrid, TBD, Dortmund, probably Inter, Barcelona or Benfica, Villarreal or Atalanta, Salzburg or Sevilla. They're all really close. Those are the teams that we could be playing if we were to top this group. The groups are a lot closer than I thought that they would
Yeah.
be. Quite
And like
crazy.
certain teams can't like play each other as well, aren't they? Like we were paired with Sevilla for some odd reason, which I thought was strange. But like we can't play the same day as Sevilla and things like that. And like you guys were, I think was it Man City? I'm sure it was Man City that you were like partnered with in the draw for the groups. Like you can't play on the same day as them and stuff.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
yeah, it's like really, 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 really weird. I think it's just for like TV fixtures and like viewing figures and stuff. You can't have like Real and Barcelona on at the same time and stuff.
This, I guess, because they want to like space out like the big
Yeah.
games, and like people are going to be watching these too. That's really interesting. I hadn't thought about it. Yeah, well, we are getting close to almost half an hour. The games are going to start in also about half an hour, so I don't want to keep you much longer. What's your score prediction for the Atletico match today? We can watch it back and see if you're right.
2-0 Atleti. I'm just going to be confident. I'm going to go in for it. I'm going to be confident about it because normally I'm like, I don't want to be.
I know,
I'm
I'm
just a
always
wing
the
because it makes you look delusional. But no, 2-0 Atleti. Everyone's back. Everyone's fit. And well, apart from obviously my star boy João, but yeah, other than that, 2-0 Atleti.
I love it. I love it. So,
and Liverpool better do the business because honestly, the amount of time I'm going to get so onto Liverpool fans if they don't.
I know, especially like they always win like every single game. Basically, recently. So if they don't, it's like, what are you doing, Liverpool? They were already qualified, but I think that they're going to do it for the pride to say like, no, we've won every single game in the group. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this kind of impromptu, not super planned, just chatting, match review / match preview, kind of a weird one, but I always kind of like to do these like more informal episodes as well. And we'll be back. We've had some scheduling issues the past few weeks because it's been like so busy. We'll be back next Monday for our Premier League review, which I'm excited about. Hopefully Newcastle can get their first win. Hopefully Chelsea can get a win.
Arsenal. I'm not confident about that neither, but we'll see. We'll see.
You never know. It's Arsenal. You never know. So they just lost 4-0 against Liverpool. So
true.
Could be low on spirits going into the game. Well, Kendall, thanks so much for joining. Let everybody know where they can find you, and I always put it in the description box as well.
Yeah, thank you as always. Yeah, if anyone wants to find me, it is just at Kendall Rowan on everything: Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and also Twitch now, because I suddenly decided that everyone's getting on the Twitch hype, so I wanted to join on the Twitch hype, even though I literally have no idea what is going on over there. So yeah, it's just Kendall Rowan on all of those.
I have a profile with 8 followers. I don't know why.
I don't even know what's going on. I literally don't have a clue what's going on. There's so many like different little elements to it that is just completely different to YouTube. So yeah, gonna take a while to figure out my way over there, I think.
Yeah, I was thinking about it and I was like, I have so many like socials right now. Like, I don't know if I can figure out another one. Guys, I'm trying to use TikTok. I have a video that got like 120 something thousand views, and it was just a video that I took from my I literally took this video from my TV, like recording it like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So nothing else has done like quite as good. But if you want to follow me on TikTok, follow me. And yeah, okay, I'm babbling now. Hope you enjoyed this stream, and until next time, I'm out.